She thought she was clever when she said the words, a break. Not a break up, not freedom, just a leash loosened, long enough for her to run wild while I stayed in the cage. I didn't argue. I just smiled, nodded, and said we could try it, so long as we put everything in writing. That's when I slid the paper across the table. A roommate agreement. Rent, utilities, groceries, even toilet paper. 50-50. She laughed, signing with a flourish, still smug. She wasn't laughing when the first bill slid under her door. We'd been together 3 years, lived together too. I thought she was my future. She was my anchor, my late-night laughter, my supposed partner. But even anchors rust. I noticed the signs before she spoke. The sudden silences, her phone flipped face down. The late nights she called work. She started smelling like cologne I didn't own. Still, I wanted to believe her. Wanted to think loyalty meant the same thing to her as it did to me. Then came her suggestion. Let's take a relationship break, but still live together. That way it's not messy. Not messy. That was her concern. Not me. Not us. Just convenience. That's when the pain hardened into something sharper. She slipped. That's how I knew for sure. One night her phone lit up on the counter. A preview text from someone named Ethan. Can't wait to have you tonight. My chest burned, my vision tunneled, but I didn't explode. I memorized the message, then deleted it before she noticed. I kept smiling, kept pretending, and in the quiet of my mind, I began building something meticulous. While she danced in her freedom, I laid groundwork. First, the roommate agreement. She thought it was a joke. She signed without reading the fine print. A legal document, dated and witnessed. She'd committed to half the financial burden. Second, I started withdrawing, not emotionally, but strategically. I opened a separate account, transferred my savings, set up auto drafts so nothing tied us together beyond what she owed. Third, I documented every bill, every receipt, every time she skipped groceries or utilities, a paper trail she couldn't wiggle out of. I became invisible at home, watching her spin deeper into arrogance. She came home late, smelling of whiskey and strangers. She laughed louder, texted more, thought I was too broken to fight back. She mistook silence for weakness. The first month, she shrugged at the bill. You're seriously making me pay half rent? I only said, you signed. The second month, utilities doubled. She threw the paper at me. Are you kidding? I can't afford this. I leaned in, calm. You wanted space. This is what space costs. By the third month, the mask started cracking. She began dodging me, but the bills kept arriving. I'd slip them under her door, neat and polite. Every number highlighted, every late fee circled. She tried excuses, then tears, then anger. None of it worked. And all the while, I stayed steady. I cooked my own meals, locked my bedroom, lived like she was a stranger. I didn't raise my voice once. The breaking point came one Saturday morning. She stumbled in at 4 a.m., eyeliner smudged, smelling of someone else's cologne. When she woke at noon, the eviction notice was on the kitchen table. My name was the only one on the lease. Her face went pale. You can't do this." "I can," I said evenly. "I already filed it." She sputtered, searching for leverage, for pity, for anything. But the roommate agreement stood solid. She had debts she couldn't escape, and no roof to call her own. She tried to argue, but every sentence died when I slid another document across the table. Her signed agreement, my records, the late notices piling high. She crumbled in silence. That was the moment I took back every ounce of power she thought she stole. 2 weeks later, she was gone, packed up in a single night, tail tucked between her legs. I watched her car pull away. No wave, no goodbye. She left behind unpaid bills and a broken mirror in the bathroom, shards scattered across tile like her pride. I didn't chase her. I didn't call. I simply closed the door, vacuumed the glass, and sat in the quiet of a clean apartment that finally felt mine again. People think revenge needs fire, screaming, chaos, grand explosions. They're wrong. The most devastating revenge is quiet, paperwork, and patience. I didn't need to expose her cheating, didn't need to humiliate her with proof. I let her bury herself with signatures, bills, and silence. In the end, she lost the relationship, the home, and the financial cushion she thought she'd secured. And me? I gained clarity. I don't regret a thing. She wanted freedom. I gave her chains made of her own choices. When I shut the door on her, I wasn't just closing it on her body. I was sealing it on every lie, every betrayal, every piece of myself I gave too freely. Now, the space is quiet, peaceful, and every bill that comes in my name alone feels like justice delivered.